The power of peeragogy in business. The following videos will be an introduction to a new way of thinking about management, a new understanding that uses many of the same tools and words that you are familiar with, but they are assembled in a different way using a different understanding. In fact, I'm going to point out some painfully simple things in a familiar but new way. I will point out things that will help you understand the hidden why behind many of our actions. This hidden why is what can often lead managers and leaders astray. Think of it as a powerful undercurrent. You may know it is there, and you may feel it at some level, but you don't understand it, where it is coming from, and whether it is something you should go with or something you need to change. I understand that there are thousands of leadership and management books. Many of them are quite good, but they are still limited. And this is why what I am going to explain is different. Really different. Most management books are authored by people who leverage their personal experience and combine it with some ideas on motivation. This theory is rooted in those things, but it also draws on learnings from social media, and most importantly, it will focus on the psychology behind framing and use of words. This may not make sense, but it soon will. But first, I would like to make one thing clear. This is people-focused. It is about your people and maximizing their performance. They are your most important asset. Competition is tough, and many of you face a situation where you and your competitors have similar products, manufactured using similar techniques, marketed to similar people, or people who have a similar need and are shipped using the same companies. Basically, you are doing many of the same things the same way, using the same resources for many of the same markets. So how do you survive? How do you make it? The one thing you have that your competition does not is your employees and your culture. They are your single biggest differentiator. Your employees can help you find optimal solutions. Your employees are your competitive edge. Still not convinced? Let's look at the power of people acting collectively. Encarta and Wiki started out a long time ago. Encarta was a Microsoft encyclopedia, and even Microsoft with its resources and organization could not compete with Wiki, which was loosely organized, relied on volunteers and donations, and did not have the benefits of organization and structure, but was able to quickly and organically grow. It demonstrates that under the right conditions, people will contribute above and beyond, that collectively, even without compensation, people are willing to contribute their time and money to something that will pay them back in non-monetary terms. This is just one example, but there are many today. While you cannot replicate Wiki and have to deal with reporting, deadlines, and structures, you can establish in your organization a culture of collaboration which taps more fully into your human capital. And this is the part that is not in your other management or leadership books. This is the part that is new. While some books may touch on this in a "this is what worked for me" sort of way, this will provide some larger context for understanding and principles that you can apply to your specific situation. How is this going to happen? I'm going to focus on your culture and how your culture is created and influenced by your communication. But creating this culture is the key. I'm going to pull back the cover on some of the ways in which you think, ways that often have built-in assumptions that you may not be aware of and that often have unintended consequences. Once you start to see this, then you can start to act and communicate more consciously to create a culture and environment that can tap more fully into your human capital. The good news is that this is not costly, it is not expensive. It comes down to looking at your communication, something you are already doing, but something which may be holding back your company and your employees. And where do we start? With words, of course. This is the first of a series of videos. Please continue on. For more information on Peeragogy, go to peeragogy.org. For more information related to this video, contact me, Lisa Snow McDonald, at snowinla@yahoo.com.